Wow, what a showing from Mic Drop, huh? Let's give our participants a round of applause again. Thanks for participating with us on Mic Drop with Mike Rowe. I'm Marty Daines, and I'm going to be one of your hosts here at Operator Stadium. Is everybody having a great day? By show of hands, let's get some clap. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. Folks, I'm the facility manager down at Caterpillar's Tanaha Hills Demonstration and Learning Center located in Tucson, Arizona. It's the end of the week. We're going to change it up a bit on you, okay? Are you ready? So please put your hands together for Operator Day here at Operator Stadium. Yep, that's right. Today, we're putting the focus on the people that matter most, the operators. Whether it's our demo operator team here in the dirt, operators in the grandstands or around Operator Stadium, or the operators tuning in from around the world, they're what makes Caterpillar so great. Today, we're going to be joined by a team of demo operators from Caterpillar's Edwards and Tanaha Hills Demo Centers located in Illinois and Arizona. These folks are extremely gifted, talented, and skilled, and have a lot of experience in application training and heavy equipment operation. Before we get into the demo, though, I want to share several different important safety messages with you. So pay close attention to the big screen here. Take note of those pieces that might pertain to you. For those folks that might need hearing protection around Operator Stadium, we have earplug dispensers located in each one of the grandstand areas there, so please take advantage of those. Safety is top priority here at Caterpillar. So folks, as the equipment is moving around inside of Operator Stadium, those standing by the barriers, I ask that you do not lean on, stand on, or sit on those barriers. These machines are going to be operating at operating speed, fairly close to those barriers. We want to make sure everyone walks out of here the same way you walked in today. Most importantly, if you have a safety concern that arises during the demo this afternoon, please seek out one of the CAT representatives wearing a black polo, black jacket, or you can find one of the security personnel walking around and they'll be able to meet any one of your needs that you may have. But you're not here to listen to me talk. We ready to see some action?
The stage is set. The crowd's on their feet. Are you ready for the main event? On the job, in the shop, and across your business. Whether you run a single machine or a fleet of hundreds, the next era of CAT quality is ready to roll. To help you win the bids, lower your costs, and grow your bottom line. With more innovations, more choices, and more solutions. Now, are you ready to see our products in action? Let's do the work.
Let's hear some noise for Caterpillar and all the great work they've been doing around here, huh? Absolutely. Folks, I have the distinct privilege of introducing my co-host, my colleague, my partner in crime, Mr. Chad Kermeans. And for those of you who don't know Chad, he is the facility manager at our Edwards Demonstration and Learning Center located in Edwards, Illinois. This gentleman, I tell you, he and I have had some great times together. Our careers have gone pretty much parallel. We were heavy equipment operators in the field. We joined CAT as instructors at the demonstration learning centers, made our way through various positions within Caterpillar, and now manage the two facilities where we actually started. Chad's going to take us through a lot of the stuff you're going to see in the dirt today. You're going to hear about products, technology, services, all kinds of cool stuff. Chad, what do you got going, pal?
I tell you what, I don't know if I can live up to that intro, my friend. That was something special. But you're right. I liked what you said at the very beginning. This is Operator Day. So who here is an operator? Huh? Raise your hand if you're an operator. Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, we appreciate y'all immensely. Cool thing is, you're going to see some operators out here too. Every single one of these folks, they were living and breathing operators just like you are in the field, and they fed their families by the skill that they have. And we're going to show you their skill today, as well as show you some amazing Caterpillar product, Marty. I'm super excited. I've said this 3 or 4 times. Now I'm going to say it again. This is our Super Bowl, and I'm ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here with all of you and ready to kick this thing off. Folks, you're in good hands today with Chad, myself, and these demo operators. So who's ready to get this thing started, get it rolling?
Yeah, let's go. Come on, Root Ball.
Chad, you know, looking around Operator Stadium, there are a lot of different machines, different models out here. Can you tell me a little bit more about all these different machine choices?
Yeah, well, you know, there's a reason we've got a lot of machines, because our customers are out there doing a lot of crazy stuff in the field. They're being tasked to move material in really terrible weather, or like hanging off the side of a cliff. They do all kinds of stuff. So Caterpillar has done an excellent job of making sure that we provide a wide range of machines for them, and specifically the medium wheel loader group. So these folks, they've gone so far as you can find one machine, one size class in the medium wheel loader group, and you can get 3 different platforms for it. So, you know, you could grab yourself a GC machine. It's kind of a standard machine, easy to operate, easy to run, works out absolutely perfect. Or the tried and true traditional performance model that everybody knows and loves from Caterpillar. But you can even step it up one from that, my friend. You can get in that XE. It is the creme de la creme, the absolute premium standard parts, premium platform for Caterpillar's medium wheeler group.
You know, I see Curtis Nixon, my good buddy from Tanaha out there, operating that 982 XE. Curtis, what's one of the most important features of that XE machine that you're in?
Yes, sir, Marty. How you doing up there, bud?
Doing fantastic.
Awesome, awesome. One of the couple things I want to talk to you guys about is the CVT transmission. CVT transmission allows me to have 30 virtual gears, Marty. It also is lowering the fuel consumption of this machine. With the 30 virtual gears that I have, I can adjust them towards what I'm doing on the job site, and I can also depending on the job site, slow myself down or speed myself up with these. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is we have auto set tires. So when I go into the pile, it knows when I go into the pile, and it's going to pick up on the bucket and give me some pressure down on my front tires. When it gives me the pressure down on my front tires, it reduces that tire spin, keeping that tire wear down. And it's also going to help me with the production of this loader, because it's going to give me more power going into the pile, Marty.
You know, Root Ball, you nailed it right on the head there when you talked about efficiency. 35% more fuel efficient with that XC, that CVT transmission, and 25% lower maintenance cost as well.
That's pretty cool, Curtis. You were talking about auto set tires, operator dig. You have an application profile, I believe, in there.
Yes, sir. I have application profiles. It's just a touch of a button, which is going to allow me to do truck loading, roading, load and carry, dozing. It has dozing, and it's all going to change the settings into this machine, so I can have different power ratios, turn ride control on and off. The other kind of cool technology that this machine has, that where we running in a tight spot here, it's giving me a 360 view with my backup camera and with object detection, so it's helping me out in that ways too, Marty.
I'm hearing safety, I'm hearing efficiency, all kinds of cool stuff. And Steve Pope, or wait a minute, I see Chad, I see Steve Pope out on that 730 truck. Looks like those trucks can go absolutely anywhere, but I'm sure they can get into some pretty hairy predicaments, huh?
Yeah, we like to call them unimproved surfaces, Marty Danes, and I tell you what, they can go just about anywhere. You're exactly right. And the nice thing is, CAT's got a system in there called CAT Detect with Stability Assist. It'll let Steve Pope know as he's running down the road if that cab and or the trailer, if they hit a certain percentage of angle, it'll give him an audible warning, letting him know, hey, Steve, you got to change your mode of operation or things could go south for you pretty quick. I could talk all day about these 730 articulated trucks, but I'm going to leave off to my friend Steve Pope.
Well, how's it going there, Chad?
You know what? Not too darn bad. How about you, buddy?
I'm doing great. I want to give a shout out to all the veterans out there and the men and women serving our country.
Absolutely, buddy.
Oh, heck yeah. With this cab, it's also got a bunch of features in here for the operators who run these machines. You know, it's 8, 10, to 12 hours a day. They do monotonous movements. So this machine actually has assisted lift in it. So what that does for the operator is it lets the operator, with a touch of a button, it sets the brakes, the load brakes for him, raises the RPMs up, and then dumps the load for him. So the operator has a little bit of chance to relax just a little bit while the machine is doing all the work for him, which is a great safety feature so people aren't getting tired throughout their days.
You know, Chad, I love hearing about all the different technology, latest innovations on CAT's products. Brian, I see you out there. Does that 335 have any technology, any innovation going on?
Oh, yes, it sure does, Marty. This machine's got all the standard features with the next-gen cabs, all the next-gen stuff that we have within Caterpillar. The Excavator Group has done a very, very good job of making these machines. Mainly, they're all the same inside for the operator to feel comfortable with. And we have many different features like payload. My buddy Curtis has payload on his machine. Those articulated trucks can also have payload, so we can see exactly what we're loading into the trucks or whatever the hauling unit may be. Real live time, we can do tip off and a live system also, Marty.
You know, the best thing about that, Marty, everything that Mr. Kane just talked about is all standard on those next-gen excavators. It's really a fantastic situation. And you know, the nice thing that our Excavator Group is doing now, they're adding what they call an annual product update. And so this gives our customers the latest and greatest product. Every time they buy a machine, it is literally the most current possible product. Works out really good. It keeps that technology in the palm of our customers' hands, and it keeps them more productive and a little safer as well. But I gotta say, I love a compact radius machine, and that's a pretty darn big one there, Mr. Kane. Is that CAT's biggest compact radius machine, I think?
I think it is, Chad, yes. I think this thing's weighing in close to 80,000 pounds. It's got mainly the undercarriage, or the tracks, you might say. It's like the big boy, the 340 over there that is over there by the excavator area here at CONEXPO for Caterpillar. And then, yeah, the compact radius, nice tight areas we're able to get into. The boom's kind of shoved back a little bit. Still a heck of a lifter, Chad. And then you mentioned the APU. So what that does is mainly we can put those on some older machines, also newer machines. We have the ability to have lift assist in this machine now. So what that does, that's that digital load chart that used to be over here as a sticker that I could never really figure out exactly where I was or what it would do. But it gives me some alarms. It tells me exactly what to do if I'm going to get into an area where mainly I'm going to exceed the lifting capacity, Chad.
Perfect.
Folks, you know, you saw Curtis on that 982XE doing some truck loading, but you've been watching him doing a little load and carry. Curtis, what's that load and carry capability on that machine?
Well, like we talked about earlier, Marty, with the applications, with that, when I do, I can hit the touch of a button. It gives me the application for load and carry. What that's going to do is going to turn off the ride control accumulators when I'm in the pile, and as soon as I exceed, I can set it from 3 miles an hour to 6 miles an hour. Whenever I hit that speed, those accumulators turn on, and it's going to improve my ride as I'm going to that, wherever I'm going to, the pressure pocket, anything of that nature.
Yeah, you know what I love about that, Marty? You know, Caterpillar does a great job of providing systems as well. So, you know, you heard Rootball talk about that machine and how it's set up to do different items for sure, which is fantastic. But when it comes to moving a lot of material in a really short amount of time, a Caterpillar system is about as good as it gets. So we've got our dedicated load and haul product lineups. So that can be, you know, the wheel loader and an articulated truck, or maybe an excavator and an articulated truck, or a straight truck, something of that nature. But when it comes to moving material a long way, a lot of material a long way, there's nothing that can beat a Caterpillar wheel tractor scraper. We've been building those things since 1948. That's when we launched our first wheel tractor scraper, the DW21, at CONEXPO in 1948. And now last year, 2022, we actually reintroduced the 651 wheel tractor scraper. Again, huge machine, moves a ton of material, and it's equally as smart as all of these products out here right now. It's got sequence assist, load assist, payload, and cat grade, giving that operator the ability to be even more efficient in the cab of the 651.
You know, I'm really familiar with the D10, the D11 from my mining industry times, but I see Alex out there on that D3. Alex, tell us a little bit about the technology efficiencies and stuff on that D3, man.
Yeah, I'd love to, Marty. So you talked a little bit about the D10, the D11s. Those are some big dozers, right? And they have a lot of really cool technology. But one of the same technologies that those large machines have that this little D3 has is what we call auto carry, right? So what the heck does auto carry mean? What that means for me as an operator is that when I'm pushing and I need to move a lot of material with this small machine, the machine is actually going to modulate the blade up and down to make sure that I'm maximizing the power of the dozer, but I'm not spinning my tracks. Every time I spin those tracks, that's costing the owner of this machine money, and these machines aren't getting cheaper by the day. So we need to make sure that we maximize that efficiency, and auto carry really helps me do that. So that's one of those features that we kind of stole from the larger dozers, and they've brought it to these smaller machines. But I tell you what, Marty, the customers that need to move big dirt with these smaller machines, they love those technologies.
They do. And, you know, Alex, as you were talking about, you know, appropriating technology from the larger dozers, I was over in the technology hub today, and I actually was watching the command systems over there where customers can actually go over there, operate some machines from the universal remote operator stations using the command technology. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So just like Marty said, if you guys want to run a machine totally remote control, definitely make sure that you visit that technology hub. But we've kind of been talking about large dozers, and that command technology, not only does it play well with other machines, but it works awesome with those large dozers too. So our mining customers that are in dangerous situations, if I need my D11 to work next to that high wall, but I don't want to put my operator in there, I can step up and get that command technology, and I can put my operator in one of those remote stations, and they can run that machine totally remote control. They can get that job done, but they're not in harm's way. So that's where technology really steps up. It helps you get that dangerous job done, but you can still get it done fast and efficient.
That's fantastic. And, you know, fantastic. And you were talking about the larger dozers. When folks, if you haven't been to the technology hub, seen the command stations, you can actually operate a D3 out in North Carolina at our Clayton facility. So get on over there and check all that out. You know, I know that the first machine Caterpillar released 98 years ago was the dozer. John, you were here in 2020 running the D6XE when we first introduced that machine. You're here again back in 2023 CONEXPO on the D6XE. Tell us some more about that electric drive dozer, bud.
Yeah, Marty, so like you said, the first high drive electric drive dozer. So what this machine does is that electric drive offers a lot of power to the ground, so more torque to the ground, and that's what operators want, right? So you're sitting in a machine, if the machine's doing what you want it to do, then it makes for a lot easier day. But what I really like about the features on this machine when you're operating this electric drive dozer is, like Root Ball mentioned earlier, having the option for, on the CVT, having all those virtual gears, right? So now we have that in this platform as well. I can really dial in those speeds to stay productive, give me that maximum amount of productivity, and also work the machine, have good controllability of the machine, especially when you were getting into sloping applications. This machine allows me to shift the, it's going to stop. I don't have to worry about rolling, so staying a little safe there. Also, what I really like about it is I can really control my speed with my foot. So working that decel pedal as you're used to working, that's also slowing the engine RPMs. When you're running this decel pedal in this machine, the RPMs stay the same, but you slow that machine down. You have maximum controllability with this machine. And one more thing that I really like that I want to talk about, a feature that just came out, is called Steer Assist. And I know Mr. Meeker mentioned it earlier, but where I really like using that Steer Assist feature is in the 3D application. I can select lines on my 3D plan, whether it's back a curb or whether I just want to mark out a line for other machines that don't have technology. So I can pick a line on my display, I just touch it, hold it, select that line, and as I engage autos, this machine will actually steer itself and it will follow that line. it's an awesome feature, and I'm really glad they came out with it, because that's something I utilize all the time, Marty.
Yeah, pretty cool features. Love the technology in there. You know, Chad, everyone knows about CAT's history, but can you tell us, how is Caterpillar continuing to innovate into the future?
That's a great question. And actually, I think we're proving it right now, Marty Danes. We're not only innovating with our machines, we're also innovating with the way we display and show our customers how these machines work. You know, no one else does this, Marty. You know why? Because they can't. They can't do it, buddy. They just simply can't do it. We have some of the world's best operators right here, and we're so darn proud of these guys. These folks have put in over 1,600 hours dry running these demos right here to make sure they're safe and sound. We're delivering a good, crisp, and clear message to y'all. These people aren't speakers. They're not professional speakers. They're operators. They're just dirt thugs like y'all. These guys have kicked butt, and they put a ton of effort into it, and I think we should give them a little round of applause right now. How about that, huh? Nice job, gentlemen. Sorry, a little tangent there, Marty. Sorry about that. Innovation is what you asked me. Well, I tell you what, you're exactly right. Tons of innovation. You know, you talked about that D6XE. You actually have the ability to throw HVO, so hydro-treated vegetable oil, in all of these machines, as well as that D6XE. It's a great option for a lot of customers. Sometimes you're in a job site where you just literally have to have a different type of sustainable message to pull that job off, and we give you that ability for sure. We talked about how that machine itself is 35% more fuel efficient, but let's kind of shift gears a little bit here too. So we've got CAT reman parts, so reduce, reuse, recycle, right? And we can do that, and it's brought back to Caterpillar standards, those parts are. And we also have CAT Rebuild. We have a certified rebuild in an engine at Edwards that we use, Marty. We've got a truck with a C15, a 6NZ, and that thing is a monster. It screams down the road, and we're so grateful for the dealerships that helped us rebuild that. Speaking of dealers, we have 156 dealers across the globe, Marty, and all of those folks are here to support our customers. Over 2,200 different brick and mortar stores. It's really a great situation, my friend. But I'm not done yet, Marty. I feel like an infomercial. I apologize. But take a gander at that little machine up there, that 299. It's a D3, and we've got another one running around here somewhere as well. It's a 259 D3. Both of those machines, they have smart technology. So what you do is, when you hook up a smart attachment like Will has on right there, the machine automatically recognizes what attachment is on there, and then Will is able to manipulate that grater blade in this particular situation, utilizing the 2 joysticks that he's already running the machine with. It's a seamless process. The machine is smart, and it helps our operators then keep their hands on the controls and be a little bit safer and increasing their productivity.
You know, Will's a big boy. He's running that 299 with the grater blade system.
Who's a big boy?
Who's a big boy? Will is. Will, tell us about the smart technology you're using, pal.
So, Marty, we got a GB124 blade on here, and I appreciate the comment there. But with this grater blade, it's the 160's little brother. So I got Kurt Doggy out there trimming up the sides, but I'm going to trim up top of the slope, and I got my hydraulic wings working. I can run this, I pull everything in, and just got myself a box blade, which is kind of a nice feature when I'm not wanting to spill material off the sides. Plus, I got all this 3D technology on board.
That's pretty cool, Will. You're doing a great job, buddy. I like how we couldn't even trip you up on that one. That's fantastic. Curtis, I see out there on that legendary 160, buddy. You know, I know you're a dirt or a desert rat from Arizona, but that 160 getting some traction. You know, a lot of times those motor graders are used for snow plowing and things of that nature. Tell us a little bit more about that that all-wheel drive capability, huh?
Yeah, Marty. So, being from Arizona, I don't have much time with the old snow plowing and all that, but the all-wheel drive is helping me out with my underfoot conditions. It's also helping me out with keeping myself on the slopes, all of that. And so the nice thing with the all-wheel drive that's helping me out as well, if I get it into a cul-de-sac in those finishing applications, I can turn it to what's called creep mode. Creep mode's going to take the power away from the tandems and then only allow those front drive motors to run, so you can get into those tight scenarios and not have to worry about You know, having, like, if you're in a cul-de-sac and you're turning, you're not having those tandems dig up your AB that you're just finishing. It's a good system, Marty.
Absolutely. You know, sounds like some really great options for the operators out there, making them more efficient, helping them out with their productivity and things of that nature. I'm sure there's several other details, features on that machine you want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. We have what's called e-fence. Whenever you enable e-fence, the e-fence is going to make sure it's going to, you know, go off of so your board can't hit your front tires and it can't hit your back tires. The other part that it's going to do is the DCM. It's not going to let that DCM come in contact with the link bar. The other part that we have is auto articulation. Auto articulation is going to, whenever I'm doing a steering command with my front tires, the back tire or the tandem will follow that command with the steer tire. So it's helping me out with that, with my steering tires and with my tandems.
That's fantastic. You know, Chad, I remember when grade was first introduced on the motor graders, we used to have masts on both sides, receivers on there. Kind of got in the way when you were trying to do some stuff on the motor grader, but on the 160 out in front of us, I don't see any more masts on the blade. Where'd they go?
Yeah, well, it's called mastless. It works out just exactly the same as it used to. You know, when, like you said, when CAD introduced that, we had to have these large, tall masts on either side of that maulboard, and it worked wonderful. And there's still plenty of machines in the field that are utilizing that, but it did reduce the usability of that blade just a little bit in regards to all the crazy angles that like Root Ball and other operators are throwing that machine in. But now with this mastless system, he can literally throw it in high bank like he is right now and still read off that GPS design that we're all reading off of right now as we're going through this demo. It works out really good. It's putting more power back into that operator's hands and still gives him that full 3D capability.
That's fantastic. Love hearing about all this different technology, and I see our 299 coming back out with Mr. Will. Will, I know when you were working with your family's excavation company, buddy, you would love to have one of these machines. What other kind of features do you have out there on that 299, pal?
So it's 299. It's a lot more wonderful new features. I mean, we got the ride control, we got vertical lift, you know, we got 15% larger cab, but the top of it all I like is the torsion suspension. You know, this thing, if you want a nice ride, this is the cat's meow.
That's pretty cool. It looks like you got a lot of leg room in there, new cab, like you said. And, you know, Chad, in the many years in construction and mining, I know how critical quality parts can be. Tell us and our customers a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it's just like the old adage says, Marty, you know, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And the same goes for any of these pieces of equipment out here. If we were to take a third-party part and throw it on here, and let's say it's in a pretty critical position, then that machine is only as good as that part is. The difference is if you use Caterpillar genuine parts, you are assured that it's using the same type of materials that the machine was used and the same rigorous testing, and it's going to absolutely match to fit the components. It's a great system, and it's a really smart way to go about it to make sure that you're keeping that machine up and running as it should be. The nice thing about it is you can go to parts.cat.com and you can get basically any part that you might need, my friend. And if you want to go even one step further, download the CAT Central app. Same kind of process. You can find your part, order it, and be done. And let's say you don't know where that is. Let's say you don't have the CAT Central app. You don't want to go to parts.cat.com. You can go into any of these machines. There's a QR code inside of there. You shoot that QR code, and it'll take you to a landing page for that particular machine. And in there, you can find different things such as maintenance schedules, or maybe you can find a yellow cat.com bag. Good job, Alex. Nice job, my friend.
That's called just-in-time delivery.
That was just in time, you betcha. There's some genuine cat parts in there, I can guarantee you that. But another thing about it is you can actually get genuine cat parts via a CVA, Marty.
And what is a CVA?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Customer value agreement, it's a great system. It's a great opportunity for our customers to interface with their dealer and make sure that they're getting the service that they need. And so maybe if you've got a construction outfit and I've got a construction outfit, Marty, your needs might be slightly different than mine. Maybe I'm a one-man band and I really can't pull wrenches, because if I do that, then my machines aren't running. So, but you might be in a different situation where, you know, you've got plenty of people, so you're gonna do all your own work. I need help with that. So I'm gonna have my dealer help me out, and they're gonna probably do the majority of the heavy lifting in regards to the service and maintenance of my machines. In your situation, maybe you just want someone to go out and grease and fuel and get everything ready so that you know your guys can go out there and get to work right away and they don't have to worry about it. So there's tons of flexible options. You work with your local dealer and I guarantee you can find a solution.
When you talk about options, what about the folks that just want to do it themselves?
And there's tons of them out there, my friend. And we, Caterpillar, and our dealers, we learn so much from those folks. They are so valuable. So we've given them what we call a self-service option. It's a really good situation. You can find convenient packages with genuine Cat parts, service instructions, you got recommended tooling, and you've got the technical support if you need it. It's a great option for our friends out there that are DIYers.
A lot of options, easy maintenance, easy repair. Really cool. Love and hear about this. What else we got?
Oh, we got tons of services at Caterpillar because our customers require it. And so we're doing our best to make sure that we're giving them what they need. We've got the general use kits. And basically you can think of it like a box of 70% of the most usable wear items on your machine. So whether it's a D3 or a D6, whatever the case may be, you've got that opportunity to get that general use kit, and it's going to have all the fasteners and washers and O-rings and things that could possibly fail. It's a great opportunity. You throw that in your truck and you're ready to go if you need it. We also have Cat upgrade kits. Same kind of scenario, Marty. You can take any machine, whether it's 10 years old or 2 weeks old, whatever the case may be, you've got the opportunity to get a Cat upgrade kit, and you can do a lot of things with that. You can upgrade, maybe do a major rebuild with it. It's just a good situation. Or maybe you're just upgrading a safety item on your machine as well. Lots of opportunities for improvements on those machines.
That's fantastic. Love hearing about safety, new safety features, updated stuff. Yeah, you know, I see Mr. Steve Pope out there on that 259. Steve, I know you're really coming from a mining industry background, but I see you on that 259, buddy. You're making that thing look pretty slick. What kind of stuff you got in that?
Hey Marty, how's it going out there? Hey, like Will was saying, you know, that's just a little smaller machine than what he's got, but it's also got a lot of good features in here. With this cab, it's got 3 extra inches of room for me, and it's also got that vertical lift. So if I want to load some trucks or I want to lift something high, it's actually helps us out as an operator. So it gives us that stability of these machines. It's also got a backrest that's a little bit higher, so the guys can actually use them as their resting spots for their back, and also the rear view mirror now. Or cameras, so I can actually look behind me at all times and see what's behind me.
That's pretty cool. Love hearing, again, safety, keeping awareness for you and the operator in the seat. You know, we've talked a lot about features on 160, 982, 730. Alex, I see you out there front and center on that 317. Tell us a little bit about the features of that machine.
I'd love to, Marty. So this 317, it's another one of our next generation excavators. So Mr. Brian Kane, he talked about a lot of the standard features that are available on this machine, and this machine is no different than that 335. It has all those standard features that come with every next generation excavator, but this one is kind of equipped with a little bit more, right? So I have this tilt rotator on here. This is our TRS 14, so this is kind of a new offering from Cat. We're getting into the tilt rotator game now, so if you're interested in kind of getting into this situation, you definitely want to take a look at the Cat system. What's really cool about this TRS is how it integrates into the next gen excavator. So there's no extra wiring on this machine. There's no long installation time. There isn't another display in this machine just for the tilt rotator. It's all built right into the Cat display. So it works out seamlessly basically with the next gen excavator. And the cool thing is I can still use all of those standard technologies even though I have this tilt rotator on here. My good friend Brian Stelbrink, he talked earlier today about this coupler that's on here. What's really cool about this coupler, we call it our HCS coupler, or hydraulic connecting. I can actually drop this tilt rotator off here within a matter of seconds. I can put a hammer on here, I can put a mulcher on here, I can put a plate compactor on here. Whatever I need to do to get that task done, I can slam it on this machine and I can get to work quick.
Love hearing about all those attachments and your capability with that coupler and stuff like that. Chad, I know Caterpillar has a lot more from an attachment standpoint. Tell us a little bit more, huh?
Yeah, Caterpillar's got a dedicated work tool group. And so what that means is, like, we have people, they eat, sleep, and breathe Caterpillar attachments. The TRS, Alex talked about that, but we've also got a quick coupler on that 335, and we've got obviously buckets on the skid loaders out there as well. And our work tool group, they literally build products to match a machine exactly. And that's important because not all of the manufacturers out there are doing that. A lot of times they're using third-party entities. And again, we talked about that weakest link. You don't truly know how that machine or that attachment was designed, but when you buy a Caterpillar work tool, you are guaranteed it is built to the same rigors as all of our machines.
That's pretty cool stuff, folks. If you're interested in attachments, work tools, we got several on display around Operator Stadium. Go talk to the product experts about those. You know, Chad, there are a lot of machine options out here, but what about a customer who's looking to purchase or acquire one of those machines? What do we have for them?
Yeah, everybody needs options. They truly do, and we give it to them for sure. So we've got Cat Finance. If you're looking to buy that brand new product, we've got the ability to give you a hand on that. We've got flexible finance options. We've got a ton of opportunities when it comes to financing, and you can even wrap your CVA, your customer value agreement. You can wrap that into the purchase price as well. And of course, you can get that Cat card as well. Works out perfect. But let's say you don't want to buy a machine. Let's say you got a big job coming up and you just want to use a machine for the job. Go to 1-800-RENT-CAT, and you can absolutely rent almost any product that Caterpillar makes. It's a good situation. And on top of that, if you need a hammer or a shovel or something like that, the Cat rental stores, they are chocked full of items that help our customers get their job done as well. It's a really good situation, Marty. And then over and above that, let's say you still are thinking about buying, but you're not looking for that heavy ticket price. We've got Cat certified used. So these folks, they leverage our rental stores and they will pull machines out of the rental fleet and run through them and make sure that they're protected and inspected. These machines are absolutely almost flawless, and it's a great way to get into a Cat certified used product. Good situation for a lot of customers out there. And then over and above that, we've got Cat certified rebuild. We talked about that a little bit as well. And then we've got Cat reman. So 45 to 85% of the cost of a new product. You get the 12-month Caterpillar parts warranty. It's a really good option. Again, one of many options we've got to get into a Caterpillar machine, Marty.
That's fantastic. You know, Chad, I love hearing about the options. Going back to technology, you know, Visionlink. I've been hearing a lot about Visionlink this week, but I've also heard about Visionlink productivity. Help the folks in the grandstands understand what's the difference between Visionlink and Visionlink productivity, pal.
That's a great question. And it's easy to kind of get that turned around a little bit so we can help shed some light on that. So it's incredibly demanding out there for our customers. Everything is so competitive. Everything is kind of nick and tuck, if you will, in regards to pricing and staying on top of the heap in your patch of the world. And these two products can help our customers do exactly that, stay competitive. Visionlink. Visionlink is a great way to monitor the health of your machine or fleet for that matter. So all of these machines, they're transferring data back, and with Visionlink, you can watch that data and you can kind of help yourself make informed decisions. Or you can even work with your local Cat dealer and ask them to monitor your fleet as well. It's a really nice system ensuring that you've got your healthiest fleet possible out there. And then you talked about Visionlink productivity, Marty. Visionlink productivity is a great way to ensure that you're hitting your production goals for the day or for the job, whatever the case may be. So it's all the data that we've talked about, payload, fuel burn, whatever the case may be. All that data is then flowing back to the customer's hands, and they've got the ability to make informed decisions in a very, very timely fashion. It's a really nice opportunity for our customers.
Sure is. You know, Chad, all these machines working around out here this afternoon, we're getting looks like we're getting pretty close here, starting to tidy up, button some stuff up. And as I know on every job site, you tidy up, you get into the end. what's the last machine? What's the showstopper? A soil compactor, right?
Oh, it always is. But before we get to that, let's talk about one more quick thing. So all of our guys here on their cell phones, they've downloaded the CAT Inspect app, and it came in really handy this morning. So unfortunately this morning we had our fuel delivery guy, and he might have accidentally put some diesel in the hydraulic tank. And luckily we've got the CAT Inspect app. So obviously, the operator that identified the problem before anything went awry, they identified the problem. You send that out, literally contacted our local dealer, and everyone on the team was then notified of what the situation was. So now we know, make sure we don't run that machine. It's a great opportunity. We use that every time we do a machine walk around every single morning before our shift. It works out really nice, buddy.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that CAT Inspect app, again, just putting the tools at operators' fingertips in the field, keeping communication all the way around. As I said, we're getting pretty close to buttoning up here, and Mr. John's in that CS11 GC soil compactor. John, you're getting the job done. You're doing the work, buddy.
It's a pretty fine unit there, Marty. Got my AC going, pretty comfortable.
Looks like it.
Compacting's a pretty important part of the job. I know not everybody likes to do it. Typically, it's the new guy that gets stuck in the compactor because no one else wants to run it, especially when we're running our 815s or 825s. Pretty hard on the operator anyway, but there are some things, some features out there, especially some of the technology we have on these machines that do help the operator kind of meet their compaction goals. One of them is CMV, so compaction meter value. So what that is, it's an accelerometer-based measurement system in this machine that provides me an indicator of soil stiffness, so helping me understand when I'm reaching my compaction goals. Another one I want to talk about is MDP, machine drive power. So what that's doing is it's measuring the energy it takes for the machine to roll through the material, so measuring that rolling resistance. You can pair that up with a mapping system to give you that visual. So you can put the monitor in the cab, gives that operator the visual, how many passes they've made over a particular area. They can see the entire job site. And again, that's one of those things that are going to help them out, and it's going to help reduce rework, right? So making sure we're hitting our compaction goals with those systems. Pretty nice feature, and again, it doesn't take long to train somebody to use those systems, and they're very easy to use. That's another thing about these compactors, is they're pretty simple to run. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time in training somebody to run them. So,
you know, John Hood, I got to give you some props, my friend. The last guy, he couldn't pinch that seam in, and you're doing a real
It's all
nice
about
job.
pinching the seams there, Chad.
It always is, my friend. And I tell you what, you want to learn even more about paving products, we've got a dedicated team, Caterpillar Paving Products Group. They do an amazing job for us and for our dealers and customers. A full line of milling and paving equipment, mills, pavers, rollers, you name it, they produce it. And they're out here right now in Paving Alley. I encourage you to go talk to those folks. I am a dirt guy. I'm not a paving guy. Black side up, that's what I know. But those folks, they know paving inside and out. I encourage you to go talk to them. And I do know, one thing I do know, Marty, they've got a brand new three-dimensional screed plate, which is a true market innovation that helps deliver higher densities and smoother roads. And as far as I know, Marty, everybody likes a smooth road.
You know, I haven't come across a smooth road I didn't like yet, Chad.
Absolutely.
Buddy, you and I know how talented the demo operators are, how exclusively cool the CAT equipment is, but it's still pretty cool, pretty incredible how quickly these machines have been pulling this site together. It takes it took, like you said, 1,600 hours of demo time. It took us a long time, putting this demo together. Think about how much effort it takes to create one of these new machines. And here's a glimpse into what's next for Caterpillar.
Yeah, Caterpillar is providing the products and solutions needed, integrating renewable power with smart energy storage and conventional diesel or gas-fueled power generation.
Folks, one of the latest innovations is right here.
Today and in the future, we want to provide more choices with expanded machine options. Caterpillar continues to expand our product lineup by bringing you innovations to the market. Battery electric machines, like the 301.9 mini excavator, are building on our legacy with an eye on the future. More choices for your job site. Choose your machine, choose your power.
Chad, this is really exciting. And folks, to learn more about all 4 of the prototype battery electric machines and Caterpillar's improvements in efficiency across the line, go visit our sustainability hub and talk to the experts firsthand.
Yeah, and about those hubs, you may have noticed the solar panels outside. This solar energy is being stored for charging that 301.9 electric prototype, and we charge it every single night, my friend.
Absolutely. Folks, that concludes the demo for today. Let's give the operators and Chad a great round of applause, huh? We hope you've enjoyed our job site demo. Up next, you'll have a chance to see the machines up close, talk to the product experts, talk to our expert operators. About 3:30, come out. We're going to get you in the dirt. Folks, don't forget about our big ticket giveaway. We have 9 different check-in locations around here. We have 8 at Operator Stadium, 1 over at the South Hall. What you have to do, check into 5 of those checkpoint areas. You're going to get a cat hat. You're going to have a chance to win the drawing for a D11 Lego set. Pretty cool stuff put on your desk. And then the big ticket itself is a 301.8 with a CVA, CAT value agreement, customer value agreement, excuse me. Folks, hope you've enjoyed the show. While you're waiting for us to get the site put back, get in the dirt, take a look at a services hub, listen to all the information the experts have there. Go visit the technology hub, see what those command stations, CAT grade product experts over there have. Visit our CAT retail store, get some CAT merchandise, take home with you, always good stuff. If you want to learn about financing, go see our CAT finance folks up on the 2nd floor there. If you want to learn about operator training, if you're interested in operator training, go visit our Equipment Training Solutions booth right over here off the corner to my left. Talk to the gentleman over there, talk about operator training, talk about different types of training, different levels. Also, learn about CAT training simulators there. And for folks in the crowd, operators, if you're wanting to be one of these CAT demo operators, they have a lot of information over there too. You can go learn how to get that information and sign up with us. Folks, we'll see you back at 3:30. Hope you've enjoyed the day here at CAT Operator Stadium.